here. It's lovely to have you back and join us each and every single week for our Hey Disney Top 10, which, if you don't know, is a series by Happily Adventures After, where we count down the top 10 in a specific area. So whether that be Disney parks, Disney Cruise Line, top 10 restaurants within Epcot, for instance, or top 10, I was going to say restaurants again. My mind went to food. I always record this around lunch, so that's probably why. But let's say top 10 attractions at Magic Kingdom, or top 10 tips to help you plan your Disney vacation, whether that be Disneyland or Disney Cruise or, Disney World, whatever it is. Those are just some ideas to help you along as you join us for our Hey Disney Top 10 each and every single week. And this week is one of my personal favorites because I love it here. And if you can't guess by the title, it is the Hey Disney Top 10 for Disney Cruise Lines, Private Island, the Castaway Cay Island. Oh, I love it here. Castaway Cay has to be, if not one of my top 5 favorite places I've ever been and in the world, to probably one of the top 3 places I've ever been or in the world. I absolutely love it. Castaway Cay is the best, absolutely the best. And if it wasn't for Disney Cruise Line making it exclusive to go on a Disney cruise, I would vacation here. Like, I would fly here. I like going on Disney cruises, don't get me wrong, but I would fly here and stay exclusively at Castaway Cay for like a week and then fly home. I love it that much. It's not just a yay, we're here for one day. No, like, I adore this island. I want to go personally on a cruise where you do either 2 stops at Castaway Cay or a stop at Castaway Cay and then Lighthouse Point within the same cruise, which is Disney's other private island that they just added a couple years ago. But I would like the double stop at Castaway Cay. I think it is that great. Some people don't. Some people like Lighthouse Point a little bit better. No, I've never been to Lighthouse Point. Or some people just think Castaway Cay has gone down the drain and by the wayside. Some people, I have even heard reviews just in videos of people saying, oh, I'd rather go to Typhoon Lagoon and I don't even like water parks, for instance. Look, I will go to the Bahamas and sit on a beach, happily. I will go to Disney's Islands, happily. And I will enjoy it all. I love it. I'm a beach person. I love the beach. I think it's the best place. So this place is amazing. I'd even think about going here by myself. Like, if I could do a Disney trip solo, like, I love it that much. I'm not going to, because it's much better with family and friends, but I would love to. Can you tell that I absolutely adore Castaway Cay? Can you? Okay, so let's just get into this. Even though you know why I enjoy it, I want to let you know what makes Disney's private island, Castaway Cay, so special. So, imagine you're on your Disney cruise, whether you're on the Disney Treasure, the Wish, the Wonder, the Dream, the Fantasy, the Magic, or any other ship to come. And you pull up because you've stepped out on your veranda and your ship is pulling up, and you can see the crystal clear turquoise waters and an island that looks straight out of something on a postcard. The best part, this paradise is exclusively for Disney Cruise Line guests. No overcrowded beaches, no fighting for space, just pure relaxation and adventure in a Disney-designed tropical escape. Castaway Cay is Disney Cruise Line's private island in the Bahamas, offering exclusive tropical escapes for guests sailing on the Disney Cruise Line ships only. Remember how I said I would fly here and take a vacation here? I can't do it. It is located about 75 miles north of Nassau, and it is about 1,000 acres that is leased by Disney from the Bahamas. So the government in the Bahamas said, hey, yep, Disney will lease you this space. And so there we go with Castaway Cay. I believe they also did that with Lighthouse Point. However, Lighthouse Point has a little bit of a different, agreement or something along those lines. I'm not sure, so don't take that for 100%. But I believe that is what I heard. So Disney's Cruise Line's island in Castaway Cay is fully operated by Disney, so it ensures that everything is seamless, it is stress-free, and it has all of the Disney touches. And that, for me, is one of the things that I really like about Castaway Cay. Let's get into a little bit of history before we start on this Hey Disney Top 10, just because I like to learn all the backstories, I like the history part of it. which is really funny for somebody who absolutely dislikes history in general. I find the backstories and the history of something very interesting, but I don't like actual history class. Like, let's talk about grade school, high school, and if you had to take a class in university or college on history, not my thing. Not my thing one bit. But I love learning backstories and histories of like movies or like Castaway Cay, and I love sharing them. So let's get into that. Before becoming the tropical paradise known as Castaway Cay, it was actually known as, and I might say this wrong, so please excuse me, Gorda Cay. And it was a one-stop for drug smugglers, actually. Fun little facts. And it was a stop for them in 1980s. Then Disney took control of the island in 1997 once it reached its agreement with the government of the Bahamas and transformed it into a family-friendly paradise, opening its exclusive island to Disney Cruise Line guests in 1998. Since then, it has been a highlight of a Disney cruise to any Bahamian or Caribbean cruise, and it's consistently ranking as one of the best private islands in the cruise industry. I think it's pretty great. I really do. And I think it's funny how it used to be, and that's pretty well known if you look up the history, it used to be that island for drug smuggling, and then it turns into a complete juxtaposition, which is a family-friendly island. So it's really great Disney was able to do that and make it something so incredible and so lovely. And that always makes me smile. What makes Castaway Cay so special? Well, here we go. Let me give you some points. First, it's exclusivity. Only Disney Cruise Line guests can visit, meaning there's no overcrowded public beaches. You're not fighting with other guests for like pool chairs. This has nothing to do with Castaway Cay, but I remember being on vacation with my family as a kid, and we were at a resort in Muskoka in Ontario. For anybody who doesn't know where Muskoka is, it's cottage country in Ontario. And we were there, and we would put our pool towels on the chairs so we could go to the beach, right? And then come back. And you could see the towels on the chairs. Yep. And this was only for a beach for people staying at this resort. Yep. Our towels were gone by the time we came back. And it was a quick trip up, checked the water, came back. Pool towels were gone. Somebody else was sitting in our seat. That doesn't happen a lot in my experience at Castaway Cay. And I am very glad for it. And yeah, so I just wanted to tell that story just because it was kind of funny. Another great thing that makes Castaway Cay so special is their seamless experience, because Disney has taken care of everything from the beach chairs to the umbrellas, to the towels, to the lunch, to the activities. You have that enjoyable Disney Cruise Line experience. On that same note, it is themed for Disney fans. Hidden Mickeys, they got them. Character meet and greets, check. Even the ship's horn plays when you arrive, and they play, as we talked about earlier, the When You Wish Upon a Star or Pirate's Life, things like that, because they had special clearance for it. So you have Disney touches all around you. Additionally, there's multiple beaches here. So family beaches, Serenity Bay, which is the adults only beach, and an area just for teens, as well as the kids clubs are there. So I saw it. I'm not really sure how it works, but I did see the kids clubs are actually on the island, which I think is pretty neat. And if you want to use them, great. Plus, they have special activities that are kind of themed to Disney. So they have snorkeling with Disney shipwrecks. They have a scenic bike trail where you can rent bikes and go on them. They have water slides at Pelican Plunge, which I think is so much fun. And they also have cabana rentals for an additional fee, which is the ultimate of luxury. And I would love to do that one day. Everything on this island is designed for effortless, magical, designed day. Whether you're looking to unwind on a soft sandy beach, which I love to do, snorkel in the crystal clear lagoon, bike through the lush trails, or indulge in a beachside barbecue, Castaway Cay has something for everyone. The best part, you don't even have to worry about a thing. Beach chairs, umbrellas, towels, lunches, they're all taken care of and included. It's like stepping into the most relaxing Disney daydream you could ever imagine. And like I said, everything is included. Yes, that's a caveat when I say everything is included, because just like the ship, there are things that come at an additional cost. So for instance, specialty drinks or alcoholic drinks, if you have those, they're at an additional cost. Bike rentals, snorkel equipment rental, I think is an additional cost. We always brought our own because I'm grossed out by that, but we brought our own. So I don't know if that one's an additional cost, but things like that, yeah, they come at an additional cost, but it's not a make or break kind of deal with your experience. Everything that you need is included, and I think that's one of the best parts because some cruise lines don't actually include those items, or even their island. It's like, here, go use their beach, and oh, the water park is an additional fee. Disney's, it's all included. Now, I love Hawaii. I really do. And it's a lot of people's ultimate destination for peace, beauty, and the perfect mix of adventure and tranquility. I want to say, Castaway Cay is on par with Hawaii in my experience. And I've been to Hawaii quite a few times. The crystal clear waters, the soft white sand, and the lush greenery all feels breathtaking and serene, just kind of like that Hawaii feel. Yes, it's in the Bahamas. However, I'm just noting, if you can't get to Hawaii, whether it be too far or too expensive, which I understand, it is stinking expensive. From where I live, it's like a 12-hour flight, and it's silly amounts of money to fly over there. It is beautiful, and I am so glad and fortunate that we've gone a few times, and I love it, and I would go back in a heartbeat. If I didn't have to stay on a plane for 12 hours. I'm not a huge plane person, but I do it, and I like it. I think going to Castaway Cay is a bit more financially manageable with a Disney cruise, because you're just getting to, depending on where you are, when I say just, you're getting to the Orlando area and going over to Port Canaveral and then getting on the ship, plus everything is included. Now, I know that experience will vary for everybody and the pricing for everything varies, but I have found that a Disney cruise with the addition of Castaway Cay is cheaper than going to Hawaii, which kind of sucks because Hawaii is amazing. However, and you're not hopefully going as far for anybody here in North America. I want to say there's one thing that Hawaii doesn't have that Castaway Cay has, which is Disney exclusivity. Yes, they do have Alani, and one day I will go there, I swear, but it is just kind of fun that this is a Disney island, and it's awesome. It's also really nice that Castaway Cay doesn't have any overcrowding for other cruise lines that show up to an island like you would at just a normal port of call. For instance, if you're going to, I think it is Nassau in the Bahamas, maybe 5 or 6 ships are right there. Well, this time you just have Disney, and I think that is one of the best parts of it, because it's a very meticulously maintained paradise, has signature Disney magic, and it's just you and your cruise ship, so it's not too overcrowded, and it's a very enjoyable day. All right, I've talked enough about this. Now you know more. I want to get into the Hey Disney Top 10, all about what makes Castaway Cay the best part of a Disney cruise. Well, let's break down the top 10 so you know why this island is an absolute dream. Number 1 on our list of our Hey Disney Top 10 is walking off the ship into a private paradise. So I kind of alluded to this before, but Castaway Cay is only for Disney cruise, right? So when you walk off the ship, you're walking into a private island. You get that exclusive Disney dream paradise, basically, in the Bahamas. It is beautiful. The moment you step off the ship, you're immediately in an island that feels like you've entered another world. There's no long trek to a busy port. Nobody's pushing souvenirs, or there are no vendors. It's just a pure island bliss. The palm trees are swaying in the breeze. The ocean sparkles in the distance. And the Disney crew members welcome you with the smiles and the island music playing in the background. It's effortless, beautiful, and instant relaxation. There's no need to fight for a taxi, navigate a bustling city, or even book an excursion just to experience this island. Just step off the ship with your key card and your ID. Even though it is Disney's private island, please remember your ID with photo. If you are over the age of 18, you need both of those so you can get on and off the ship, may I add. So you just step off with those and you're ready to go and you are set. If you love a stress-free start to your beach day, this is truly it, and I love it. Second on our Hey Disney Top 10 for Castaway Cay is the Castaway Cay 5K, which is very fun and absolutely free. It's included in your cruise. So I am one who wakes up early on vacation. I wake up early in general every day, in all honesty. And I also have started to get back into running. I don't run more than 10K, maybe 12. So I'm just starting into it, right? But I think running on vacation is the best, especially when you're doing the Castaway 5K, because it's a rare experience that you can't get anywhere else. It's completely free. You just need to sign up, and it's untimed at this point. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to kind of dive back into it. So it's an untimed 5K that winds through the island's stunning trails. There's no pressure. You can jog, walk, run, or even just stroll and enjoy the scenery. Plus, you get a really cool medal at the end. If you like an activity before committing to a beach day, it's a perfect way to get started. Plus, it's a great way to see the island before it gets too busy, and you can see all the best beach spots all along the way. So, I'm going to note, it says it's untimed. It is now. Castaway 5K used to have you sign up. This is a while ago. Used to sign up, and then it would be an actual race. So any of the race participants would get off the ship earlier than everyone else, go meet at the designated place off the ship, get off, and then go run the 5K. Then they would be timed. You would see who won, where you placed, etc., etc. Go back on the ship for breakfast or something. I don't believe you could actually stay on the island. You may have been able to. Do not quote me on it. And then you got to go back on the island when it was the actual time to be all ashore on that island. Then people started using it. I believe this is what I heard. People started using it as okay, we can just use it, get off the island, and go to our beach spot. And that's not what it was designed for. It was actually designed for a fun run Disney race that was included in your cruise. I never got to do it that way because I was not running at that point, and I just started to, and now I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to experience the actual 5K way. You can still do a 5K trail, which I will do, but I just want to say I think the original way was very fun, and I'm very upset that it was no longer in, I want to say, service because people were using it to get on the beach early opposed to actually running the race. So I think it was great no matter what. However, I did like the original, right? On your set, go kind of thing of the race. And it was a really great time. Plus, you could see people running if you had a veranda stateroom and you were on the side of docking where your stateroom veranda faced the island. So you could see everybody running. And if you had somebody, which I always did, in the race, you could cheer them on. So I think that was really fun. And I think the Castaway Cay 5K is super neat and very exclusive. And I had to include it. Number 3 on our list is island shopping, so exclusive Castaway Cay merch. I love Disney merch. We are all very well aware of that, and I think Castaway Cay has some of the best merch because it's exclusive. You can only get the souvenirs on the island, which means they are extra special. Whether it's a limited edition Castaway Cay spirit jersey, a tropical Minnie and Mickey shirt, or pins that just prove you were there, I always make sure I have extra time to browse and pick up a lot of stuff. If you're a Disney merch collector like myself, don't skip on the stop. There are items that you can't get on the ship, and once you leave the island, they are gone. You won't be able to get them unless you do a second day at Castaway Cay, so please make sure if you see the merch, get it. Your key card, so it works just like it does on the ship where you're able to charge things back to your room, so don't worry. The only thing you will need to bring cash for is if you are mailing a postcard at the post office, because that is actually run by, I believe, the Bahamian government. So that way it's only cash. Everything else uses your cruise key card. So that way you can charge it back to your room. Bing, bing, boom, all to go. And I believe they have parcel service, so they can either keep it until you're done your beach day or send it back to your stateroom. Just make sure of that when you're on the ship. I have a tendency to buy a lot of things when I'm in a place that has the name on it. I have a Castaway Cay shirt. I have a Castaway Cay mug. I have I have 3 Castaway Cay turtles from each of my cruises. I have a problem. I believe I have a beach towel also. I don't know where it's gone. And I know I have a pin somewhere. So needless to say, I love picking up merch, especially like those you are here kind of moments where you know you can't get them again. And I think it's very fun and a great way to remember your vacation, even if it's something as simple as a mug. Because when you pick it up, you see, oh, I remember this vacation. It is so much fun and all the memories come flooding back. That is why I love exclusive shopping at Castaway Cay. Number 4 on our Happily Adventures After Hey Disney top 10 for Castaway Cay is snorkeling in the Disney-themed underwater world. Snorkeling here is a next level experience because Disney has elevated it. They've placed hidden treasures underwater There's sunken Mickey statues, even old ride vehicles from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. At one point there was a Dumbo. There is also a Prince Eric under there. And they're all sunken in with little treasures around them. It is magnificent. It is an underwater scavenger hunt mixed with the beauty of the tropical fish and coral. Even if you've snorkeled here before, Castaway Cay is different because each time you're able to see the same thing, but with different items because, for instance, the same fish are not there. Maybe more coral has grown. Things along those lines make it exclusive and very fun. The water at Castaway Cay is incredibly clear, so the underwater theming is always seen, and it's so much fun. There is a huge dedicated snorkeling lagoon, so it never feels too crowded, and it's actually, I'm going to say fenced in. This is not the right term. There's a giant net around it so that fish can come through it. However, any animal that can't fit in the small netting, or aquatic life that can't fit in the small netting holes, can't come in. So we're talking like barracudas, sharks. I have seen a barracuda in Castaway Cay in Serenity Bay. That was really cool. Stingrays, anything else that could necessarily be harmed, especially to a family or a young child because they can't move as fast, or anybody who needs extra assistance, they don't come in. So that I think is wonderful. I love snorkeling here. Every time we go in here, it is new, it is fun. You can rent snorkeling gear. However, I highly recommend, because it grosses me out, that you purchase your own and bring it with you. I'm not saying Disney doesn't clean them, because I've watched them. They do a great job. They disinfect it. Just in general, it grosses me out. I am one of those people that bring their own. And so I have my own mask, as well as my family all does. My own mask and snorkel and all that for it. They do require that you wear their life jacket though. It's really quite easy. You just put it on. You can inflate it when you want to. You can disinflate it when you don't want the air, so you can dive down. Super easy. I'm a very good swimmer, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't feel like it's holding me back even when I'm swimming underwater. And it's also really nice to have, because sometimes you don't realize how far you are out there and you get very tired. So you can nicely float around and it's just peaceful and relaxing. Snorkeling in Castaway Cay is absolutely incredible, and that's why Happily Adventures After will always recommend this for our Hey Disney Top 10. Number 5 on our list is lunch at Cookies Barbecue, because it's included. Barbecue on a beach day? Of course. Cookies Barbecue on Castaway Cay serves up delicious grilled favorites such as ribs, chicken, burgers, and they have things like fresh fruit, salads, and the best of all, unlimited soft serve. You know what? You know the other best part? It's included in your cruise fare, so you can eat as much as you want whenever it's open. I recommend this because there's no need to leave the island or pay for extra food. Just walk up and enjoy. Go during the time that they're open, see what you like, see what you can eat, grab some. If there's something you really enjoyed, go back for more. It's all included. Some people suggest to go back to the cruise ship for lunch instead of eating at Cookies, because some people say, oh, it's not the best. I think, first of all, it's just fun to eat barbecue on a beach day. Plus also, I actually do think it's worth it. I do think in general, if you can, the adults beach sometimes can have better food, and sometimes the normal Cookies can have better food. So just depending on the day, it depends on how everybody's doing, right? And that can be any restaurant. So just make sure that you enjoy your meal on a laid-back beach day with fantastic food, because Cookies, or Cookies 2, that's the other restaurant, is a place to go. Coming in at number 6 is a personal favorite, and that is Serenity Bay, the adults-only beach. This is pure paradise. Well, the family-friendly beach is absolutely amazing, and I love going through and snorkeling in this area, playing in the sand, and just enjoying my day. I think Serenity Bay takes it to a whole new level of peaceful relaxation. This area is reserved for adults, so 18 and older, which means there's no crowd, not a lot of noise, just uninterrupted beach relaxation. Plus, they have really cool beach chairs where you can actually sit in the water and dip your feet in, that I've only seen on Serenity Bay and not in the actual main beach. That could have just been the cruises I was going on, but I'm going to point that out because it's very nice to just sit in the water and enjoy. The water is unbelievably calm and clear. There's hammocks, loungers, and even their own exclusive barbecue, as I mentioned earlier. I love this. I recommend it if you are looking for true relaxation and you are over the age of 18. So head straight here. I do suggest you use the tram because it is farther walking than the family beach, but if you want to walk, enjoy. It's like having your own Hawaiian retreat, you know how I like about Hawaii, with those exclusive beaches, peaceful, warm waters, and just the enjoyment. But it's all on Castaway Cay. I personally love this beach. I think it is one of the best beaches, if not the best I have been to, rivaling some in Maui. I'm going to just point that out right there. I think this is amazing. The Serenity Bay area is phenomenal. The white sand is beautiful, and the water is so calm and crystal clear. We have seen, like I said earlier, barracudas, stingrays. We didn't see a shark. We may have seen a little one. We have seen a bunch of fish. We saw a piranha. It was just fun. I've gone snorkeling in here. Now I will note it doesn't have a net around it, so you do get more wildlife like I had just mentioned. Be aware of that. It is their home. So if they get scared, they might dart and that freaks me out with fish. Darting fish freak me out. But it's like birds. There you go. Learning new facts about me. But I really do think that this, even with the wildlife, I am not nervous of going swimming in the area. I think it is phenomenal. This, you could lose your day here kind of thing where you just sit back and enjoy. You're enjoying your time and having a great time playing in the water. I just said enjoying your time in 3 different ways. That's all it is. It's relaxing, it's peaceful, it's a joy to be on, and I think that this is the place to go if you can. So if you, for instance, are over the age of 18 with just your friends, go here and enjoy. Definitely check out the family beach so you can do the snorkeling, but go here to enjoy a relaxing day. I think it's a great place, and I would highly recommend you check it out. Number 7 on our Happily Adventures After Hey Disney Top 10 for Castaway Cay. By the way, if you've made it this far, thanks for sticking around. So number 7 spot is Pelican Plunge, the floating water playground. This place is phenomenal. So I'm a water person. Like I said, I love the beach. I love a pool. I love the ocean. I love a lake. I love water. I also think playgrounds in the water are fun, whether they be like water parks, water slides, anything like that. I think this is great because it combines everything. This is one of the most fun you'll ever have when you jump into the ocean. Pelican Plunge is a floating water playground with 2 water slides that send you splashing right into the sea. It's like having your own mini water park in paradise. It is perfect for both kids and adults alike because it is pure fun. If you like water slides, do not miss this. I also want to point out that the water slides go a lot faster and shoot you out a lot faster than you're going to assume. So I also equate this because you do have to swim out to it, like jumping off a dock. When you're up at a lake cottage or anything like that, and you run off the dock and jump in, and you're swimming and splashing, and then you have to go run to jump back off the dock, swim to jump back off the dock again. This is very similar. It gives you that same feel, or if you've been at a lake and you have to run, jump off the dock and swim to like a water trampoline, very similar feel. In that essence of getting yourself there. The water isn't too deep, just so you know, as you walk in, and then it does drop off because you have to be able to jump in and slide in without hurting yourself, right? But I think it's so much fun. The floating playground aspect is phenomenal. Disney did a great job with designing it that way. And the water slides are awesome. It is fantastic. You cannot help but smile when you're on here. I loved doing it, and I loved watching other families with their little kids or bigger kids having a great time doing the activity together, and that is pure magic, and everybody's laughing and having a great time. I do recommend you are a good swimmer to get out there and to go into the water once you slide off, because you're just doing it alone. You can't do 2 to a slide, so make sure you are a good enough swimmer that you are comfortable with that, or your child is. However, I will recommend this always. It is so much fun, and I really wanted to include it because I hope you can and do try it. Number 8 on our list is bike riding around the island. Bike riding around Castaway Cay is the best way to see parts of the island. You would never see it without actually going to explore, which I don't honestly think you can do that much real exploring. There's a scenic lookout tower where it has the most amazing view, so you have to be able to climb up it. And doing the bike rides and renting a bike makes it super easy to be able to get to this. Plus, the shady tropical paths provide just a beautiful breezeway and that lovely air when the sun's coming down, but you have all the trees and the breezes. Oh, it is awesome. The island is flat and it makes it easy to bike, so I recommend you doing this with anybody of all ages. It's the perfect mix of relaxation and adventure on your cruise. Please note, the bike rides are an additional cost, so you do have to rent them, so make sure you do reserve that. Number 9 is floating in the crystal clear waters. I love just floating. I love swimming, but I love just floating in those calm, turquoise, crystal clear waters. There's truly nothing better on Castaway Cay. Whether you rent an inner tube at an additional cost or just drift out on your own, like I said, when you have to go snorkeling, you do wear those inflatable life vests, so you just blow into a tube and it inflates. So you can kind of like float your little self out there. It's really, really nice. It's the ultimate way to soak up the island and just enjoy while you're in the water. If you love the ocean but hate big waves, this is perfect for you. The water at Castaway Cay is warm, calm, and clear, and it makes it one of the best, most relaxing beach experiences anywhere. I highly suggest you just enjoy floating, whether, like I said, you rent that inner tube for an additional cost, or just enjoy floating, or even putting your feet in the sand and sitting in the sand. It is phenomenal. Last, but certainly not least, so that number 10 spot on our Hey Disney Top 10 Disney Cruise Line's private island, Castaway Cay, is the overall Disney magic, a private island like no other. No other cruise line does a private island like Disney does. Everything is beautifully maintained, thoughtfully designed, and full of Disney magic all throughout the island. It's exclusive, peaceful, and completely immersive. Just like a Disney park, but in a tropical paradise. And no, you're not getting that rush or excitement, those high volume attractions that you would at a Disney park, but you're getting that touch of Disney magic and Disney immersive activity all while you are at the island, and I love that. So for instance, you have Mount Rushmore, which is Disney Cruise Line's Castaway Cay, their version of Mount Rushmore on the island, and it has Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Minnie, all in little buoy barges sitting on the island like they do at Mount Rushmore. I think those little touches, like I said, it's very immersive. It's very fun. It has that. All of the sunken treasures within the snorkeling area are from Disney parks. And I think that is so fun. I really do have to say Disney did it well with the customer service, the beauty, the thoughtful design, magical touches, all of that we know Disney for, while bringing in little bits of joy that somebody would see in a park maybe and they've never done a Disney cruise, so they can associate with it. I think they did a great job. If you love Disney and you love tropical vacations, Castaway Cay is a dream come true. It is the best mix of relaxation, adventure, and pure magic. I would honestly just set sail to come back here. That is why we had to include this for our Hey Disney Top 10 Castaway Cay edition. That is it, folks. We have come to the conclusion of our Hey Disney Top 10 for Disney Cruise Line's private island, Castaway Cay. Have you gone to Disney's Castaway Cay before? Did you enjoy it? Would you do a Disney cruise just for Castaway Cay? I know I certainly would, and I have. Why? Because Castaway Cay is a place like no other. It is truly the ultimate Disney paradise. I enjoy this island from the exclusivity, from the beauty, to the breathtaking beaches and the snorkeling with the Disney surprises. Plus, it is wonderful when you can just sit back and relax on the beach and the crystal clear waters and the white sand beaches. Absolutely amazing. I truly would recommend to anyone going on a Disney cruise just for Castaway Cay, and hopefully one day Lighthouse Point when I get to experience that. But I would recommend just to check out their island even once because it is beautiful. Well, that's it for Happily Adventures After series Hey Disney Top 10 on Disney Cruise Line's private island, Castaway Cay. Let me know your favorite part about the Castaway Cay day in the comments below. Do you enjoy it? Do you specifically do cruises here because you love it? Maybe you've never been. What's something you want to experience? Or you don't like it? What's something you think that they could do better? Well, keep letting us know and continue to enjoy with us by checking out our website, which is happily-adventuresafter.com. Plus, we have a coordinating blog post always with these podcasts. Also, check us out on our Instagram, which is at Happily Adventures After, and make sure you continue to subscribe to our podcast to hear more. We always love having you at Happily Adventures After, whether you're here for our series, Hey Disney Top 10, our Hey Disney Give Me a Review, which is our other series, or any more adventures, photos, comments, discussions, whatever it is to share in a magical Disney community. I am so thankful that you're here with us and hope you continue to come back to Happily Adventures After. Well, my name is London. I hope you have a blessed and amazing day. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you real soon.